Hey, how's everyone doing? It's me, Albatross. I'm back. Okay, so I got a news article. Well, it's not that new, but it's kind of new. It was published on January 16th. So, it's I'm going to read it whether it's new or not. Here we go. But just for a little bit of background about back this last summer, it was coming out about these lawsuits against Abbott for the baby formula Similac. And a lot of these lawsuits won a lot of money because they were claiming that the baby formula was giving their babies NEC, which is it's a horrible disease called NEC, and it basically like kills it kills like bowel tissue. The disease does, and it occurs mostly in like prematurely born babies. But that's not what this article is about. I just wanted to give you guys that a little bit of context into the article. Okay, but here, I'll go ahead and I'll start reading it. Okay, the name of the article is Abbott accused of deceiving parents with potentially harmful formula for toddlers. And it was written by Kate Gibson on January 16th, 2025. By CBS. Okay. A year after the American Academy of Pediatrics flagged what it described as questionable marketing practices by makers of formulas for older infants and toddlers, Abbott Laboratories is being sued over how it pitches such products. Abbott, a healthcare products conglomerate based in Illinois, is misleading parents and other caregivers about the nutritional value of its sugar-laden toddler milks. According to a lawsuit filed Tuesday by the Public Health Advocacy Institute, PHAI, against the maker of Similac formulas, which is Abbott, marketed for consumption by children ages 12 to 36 months. Toddler milk is portrayed as the next step for little ones after they have outgrown infant formulas approved by the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Yet, unlike baby formula, the toddler milk products are not regulated by the FDA and are potentially harmful. According to PHAI, which is a nonprofit legal research center located at Northeastern University School of Law, Abbott, however, dismissed the allegations as, quote, without merit. And according to Abbott, their representations of their toddler nutrition products are accurate, and their claims are well supported. That's what they had to say to all this. Sales of toddler milk nationwide have averaged more than 500 million a year. On top, that's not including the baby formula. That's just for toddler milk. Oh yeah, they got a milk out there that's for toddlers. It's not cow milk. It's like full of sugar and all this other stuff. But anyways, here, I'm going to keep reading. More than just unnecessary, toddler milks can actually be harmful to a child's nutritional health, said George Futch. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. A medical doctor and professor of pediatric gastroenterology at the University of Kentucky College of Medicine Department of Pediatrics. The added sugars can increase a toddler's preference for sweetened foods, contributing to obesity and other health risks throughout their lives. Dr. Fuchs led the AAP report on toddlers' milks. Labeled similarly to FDA-regulated infant formulas and sold on the same store shelves, Abbott's Go and Grow for... I do this every time. I'm so sorry, guys. Abbott's Go and Grow Toddler Drink by Similac and Pure Bliss Toddler Drink by Similac are labeled Stage 3 implying that they are next nutritionally recommended products after stage 1 and stage 2. So, like, baby formula and things like that will have stages. Like, I'm guessing, like, the newborn babies would be stage 1. That'd be, like, the first milk you would give them. And then there's, like, another stage when they get close to the age of 1, I think, which it would be stage 2, which transitions them to, like, cow milk, basically. And so what this lawsuit is saying, that without being FDA regulated, Abbott went ahead and labeled their toddler milk as stage 3. Just for marketing, not because anybody actually recommends it for stage 3. That it was simply for marketing. That's what this lawsuit is alleging. Common toddler milk marketing practices, including unsubstantiated nutrition-related claims in packages that look like infant formulas, mislead parents and other caregivers to believe that toddler milks provide nutritional benefits for their young children, said Dr. Jennifer Harris, Senior Research Advisor, Marketing Initiatives at the Yukon Rudd Center for Food Policy and Health. Experts, including the American Academy of Pediatrics, recommend that children above 12 months be given water and plain cow's milk. So yeah, there is no stage 3. It was all marketing. Abbott, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And remember, just 6 months ago, they're in trouble for their preterm baby formula killing the bowels of prematurely born infants. And that article, which I'm not even going to read because it's just awful, Abbott basically places all the blame on moms not being able to produce enough milk. It's like, well, it's not our fault that these ladies can't produce enough milk. We're just trying to supply the shortage, is what they're saying. You know, instead of like coming up with healthier solutions. No, it's not about that for these people. It's not about that for these people. I'm going to give you guys like a little rundown of like the way this whole pharmaceutical industry works, how they make their money exactly. You see, let's say I come up with a cure for AIDS. Okay, let's just pretend for a moment I came up tonight with a cure for AIDS, okay? So here's what would happen. You know, you would think that, you know, they'd be all excited, like, yes, you know, we found a cure, we can end it. But just hold on there a second. Pharmaceutical companies would see that as bad business. Now, what they would do, and allegedly, in my opinion, is instead of like providing the full cure, what they would do to make money is they would water this cure down. You see what I mean? They would water it down to make it where it would like keep people alive, but like it wouldn't actually cure it, right? So that way they would have to constantly, it wouldn't be an outright cure. They would have to constantly come back and get medication to stay alive. Now that's good business, allegedly. So you see what I mean? So, these pharmaceutical companies, their whole bread and butter are issues. People having issues and there being no cure. That's like, if there was a cure for all these ailments, it would be horrible business for these pharmaceutical companies. And in other words, it would be horrible business for their shareholders. Oh my gosh, look at that. Big surprise. Who are their shareholders? Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. They just keep coming up. It's like all fucking roads lead back to these three. All roads lead back to these three. And when you look up the share, and like I've said this before in my other videos, if you look up the shareholders for these three companies, I mean, they're each other's shareholders. So, you know, it all leads back to these three. So, when it's bad business for the pharmaceutical companies, it's bad business for Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. They lose their profits. You see, the CEO, a lot of people blame the CEO, but they're going to be getting their paycheck, regardless. It's the shareholders that lose money. So there's an incentive for like these incurable diseases like AIDS and cancer and diseases like that. It's to their best, to Abbott and other pharmaceutical companies' best interest that the actual cures never get discovered. I'm just saying, because it would be bad business. So, I mean, take that. That's all my opinion. Take it how you will. Who am I? I'm nobody. I'm just a bird talking on the internet. Anyways, glad to be back. Have a good night, everybody. Where are the children? Don't stop asking.